Contra. Contra is a game that needs no introduction. Anybody that played Nintendo knew what Contra was, and if they didn't, then they were playing the wrong games. Contra was awesome. It made you feel like you were in some sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. The first episode, or level rather, always gave me this impression like I was playing some sort of Predator game or something like that. Even though it wasn't even close, it was more like probably what they should have done with Rambo. I played the Rambo game and it's nothing like Contra, but let's stick to Contra because that's what we're playing here. Contra is awesome, from the exploding bridges to the different gun power-ups. The 3 lives thing can be waived with the Contra code, or the Konami code as it's known, and that pretty much, I think, helps solidify the game as a legend of sorts. Not only is the game already good, but offering a cool cheat code like that allowed you to get way further than you normally would without investing all of the time that you would normally have to invest. Now, normally I only play this game with the 3 lives, and I don't get to play it very often. Sometimes when I really want to just go wild, I'll get the 30 lives and I can beat the entire game. So that's almost way more lives than you need. Fire and spread guns. With spread, so far I think that I love the machine gun and I love the spread gun. I can't say I like the fire at all, and the laser is completely worthless. But this game is awesome. And the first big guy is pretty memorable too. It's just this big tower and a guy shoots at you from the top and there's 2 cannon guns, and then you blow the middle of it up and you go inside. Going inside was cool too because it gave us a completely different perspective. Like maybe this was almost 3D, like we were already jumping into the next wave of games. That wasn't true, but it was a nice illusion and it worked for the time. And for what it's worth, this is one of those games that I've gone back to time and time and time and time and time and time again, and it makes me wonder why some of the new games turn out as crappy as they do, because this game was so great. Contra. I want to say that I bought this game at, I believe, the same comic book store that I buy a good portion of my other games. I try to support stores like that. I do, because your local shops like the comic books and the thrift stores, the pawn stores, they always have interesting stuff coming in and out, and it's the normal corporation stores, they don't carry things like this anymore. So when the pawn stores shut down, the only thing left for me is eBay, and I'm not a big fan of buying my things online. I like to be able to hold the item in my hands before I make the decision whether or not to buy the item. So I want to say that I bought this. I'm almost 100% sure, and I think it was fairly costly, but because I knew the people there, instead of paying the $15, and to me, for a Nintendo game, $15 is costly. But when I bought this, I believe I was given a good discount. I think I only paid $9 because I go there all the time and buy so much from them. So that was pretty cool of them. Contra. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I can remember sitting around at my friend's house all the time, where I would go across to his grandma's, and we would just sit there and his grandma had an entire bookshelf way bigger than what I have going on, with a ridiculous amount of games, and we used to just go there, and one of the very first games, every time we went there, we'd pull Contra because that was one of his favorite games, which was great because I was loving it too, and we would just play Contra for the first game. Then after we died after the 30 life card or completed the entire game, we would move to another game. I have good memories with Contra, and I don't really have anything bad to say about it. This is an absolutely wonderful game, and if you've never played it, I believe that you can get you can get Contra on the marketplace, and that is worth every penny. And I don't think it's that expensive, like $4 or $5 at the most if you get it on, say, your Wii U or something like that. So check this game out if you've never played it, or if you have played it, get it again. Have some fun. Remember what it was like to play just a simple game where you run from left to right, and anything dumb enough to run from right to left must die.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.